Hey guys, Andrew here for episode 1 of our Premier League review, match week 1 it is, and we're going to be talking about all the stuff that's happened. No, we're not going to go with this every Premier League game, because I mainly want to talk about the big things that are happening. I do. I don't want to talk about, every bit detail with the Premier League. Right, we're going to begin. I'm going to get the Premier League results up here, and yeah. So the big one is yesterday, Spurs beat Man City 1-0. What a game that was, first of all. I want to say that. City looked weak defensively at times. I thought that City were very well organised in the first half, but that organisation at the start of the second half went out the door. Spurs could have easily won that game 2-0. Bergwijn, he had a great chance and he bottled it. But Spurs could have easily won that game 2-0. City, Grealish, I thought, did look dangerous, but he was trying to create something. Who was he trying to create something for? Man City really need that striker, I feel. De Bruyne was a big miss too. When he came on, he made such a big difference. In my opinion, De Bruyne is the best player in the league. Some United fans will disagree with that, saying Bruno is. My personal opinion, the best player in the Premier League is De Bruyne. And yeah, I thought that, that City will bounce back. And they've had a bit of a hangover since that Champions League final defeat. The Community Shield. It was a crap game, but they were awful in that, Man City. Deserved to lose, nearly. Yesterday, deserved to lose. Deserved to lose the Champions League final for not playing a CDM, but Man City will bounce back. They will. Because they just need a confidence boost. And they play Norwich next week. And Norwich didn't look great to me at all. I do think Norwich are I'm 90% certain Norwich will be back in the Championship next year. They just can't defend. They were trying to create something, but letting Barenda go. Burundia. I've got to learn how to pronounce that name. I'm sorry, guys, but I feel like letting him go was a massive mistake. I feel like if they kept him, they could create more goals, but yeah, Man City will hammer Norwich next week. I know I don't want to predict all my games yet, because I'm not going to. I'm going to do that maybe on Thursday or something, but my personal opinion is that's the case, that Man City will bounce back from this bad start. They're going to get Harry Kane. I'm sorry, but Kane not playing yesterday for Spurs. I'm sorry to Spurs fans, but he's going to be a Man City player any day now. He is. 150 million I've heard. City are putting an offer. Spurs, you'd be stupid not to accept it. Kane doesn't want to be there. You don't need Kane. Do you need Kane? I mean, you beat the best team in England, in my opinion, by yesterday, without Harry Kane. Just get a striker with that money for Harry Kane. Sell him now, so you have still 16, 15 odd days to buy a replacement. 2 weeks to buy a replacement. You should be fine. I think Spurs will have a good year if they sell Kane. If they don't, I think they'll have a poor one. Yeah. What are we going to be on about? City's title rivals, United, Chelsea, Liverpool, all won, hammering their opponents, Leeds, Palace and Norwich respectively, who have had a terrible start to the year. None of them can defend. The Vieira thing at Palace doesn't look good at all. He's got a lot of work to do there. Leeds will bounce back from that defeat with United. I'm confident of that. And Norwich, they're just going to have a long year. But so United fans, people think United are now the favourites because City lost yesterday. No. Man United, listen to this, right? You can win the league, potentially this season. But you've got to stay consistent for the whole year, and that's where I think it's going to hurt United. Cavani, yes, he was a good striker. He's a bit old now, but I feel like you could win the league, but you've got to stay consistent. Chelsea, I feel like you can win the league, but I worry about your defence a bit. I do. Liverpool, we can win the league, but the one thing with Liverpool is I worry about us not replacing Genie. I really do. And we're going to lose players with the African Cup of Nations. We're going to lose players with Brazil or training and all that, whatever it is. And injuries are always going to be a factor for us. So we need to deal with all that to try and win the league. Man City know how to get it done. They've proven it, and yeah. There was a shock for Villa. There was. They lost to Watford. Watford looked good. Everyone else said Watford would go down. I backed them to stay up. Why didn't I back them to beat Villa though? Because I was gonna say it, but then they changed my mind. But fair play, Watford. You played well. Villa. I wouldn't worry about this if I was a Villa fan. You know, you're getting new players. They're trying to gel together. I would get a defender in though. You've got money. Buy a defender with that money because you can't be conceding 3 goals to Watford. Really, you can't be. But I feel like if Villa get a defender, they're going to be fine. Like, I think Europe is a huge possibility if they do that. Leicester, Wolves, talk about this for a sec. Leicester look good. Wolves look good. We're unlucky to lose, in my opinion. And I think Wolves will get better under the new manager. And yeah. Any other ones? Mad things? Oh yeah, Everton against Southampton. Rafa Benitez, Everton looked good. I thought they looked really good under Rafa. Southampton though, big error from the goalkeeper, and I just think it's going to be a long year for you, Southampton. Anything else that happened in the Prem this week? I know there was other stuff there. West Ham beat Newcastle in one of the games of the season. West Ham have got a problem, though. They've got one problem, West Ham. They struggle to deal with crosses. I was watching it, and I watched the highlights. I'll tell you the games I watched. I watched the Brentford Arsenal, which we will talk about in a minute. I watched Man United Leeds. I didn't watch Chelsea and Palace on Sky. I didn't. I was watching results coming in and all that. Maybe I was watching Sunderland, but let's talk. Yeah, I watched Sunderland. I've got a soft spot for Sunderland. All right, yeah. Then I watched Liverpool in the evening game, and then Sunday I watched both Sunday games. But Newcastle, it's going to be another long year for you. But I don't think you will go down. I just don't think you will go down. But West Ham, you got to learn to do the crosses. Both teams look like they're good attackively, but have nothing at the back. So both teams need to improve on that. And is that all of them before we talk about the big one? Oh, how could I forget? I left out Brighton and Burnley. Burnley, you're in for a long year. You are in for a long, long, long year. You got to learn to stop playing Brexit football like you do. Because what is Burnley's plan this season? I was looking at it on a match of the day and I was thinking, I'm really confused here about what they're trying to do. It looks like the only way Burnley are going to get goals is off set pieces. You're not Greece in 2004. It's not down a tournament. You're going to get found out very easily. And once you do, oh good night. Burnley, you've got a lot to improve on, you have. If Burnley are going to survive this season. Brighton, on the other hand, they were alright, but Burnley made Brighton look good. Do you know what I mean? Brighton will be fine now, I'm convinced of that now. Brighton will be safe, but Burnley made you look good. And on to the big one. Brentford 2, Arsenal 0. I predicted this. I didn't say 2-0, I said 1-0, but I'd said Brentford would beat Arsenal. Why? A club's first ever game in the top flight in the Premier League is big. but we need to talk about Arsenal big time. The first goal, right? Arsenal for the first goal. Why on earth is that ball still hanging around the penalty area? How on earth are you not kicking it away? You can moan about maybe the ball was out of play. I don't know. But you can moan about that all you want. You can. In my opinion, though, you should have had that cleared ages ago, and you didn't. And it was really sloppy defending from Arsenal. And then for the second goal, Ben White, 50 million he is, right? Didn't even bother to get up and get the header. If you're a 50 million pound defender, you need to be getting up there, jumping, heading it. I know that. I'm not a defender. If I do play football, I play cam, but I'm pretty shit at football. Let me think of a player to give you a bit of a... I'm the Ravel Morrison. I'm Ravel Morrison, I think. I'm the Irish Ravel Morrison, so that's always great to know. But, yeah, Arsenal, you've got to sort that defence out. And that team selection, apparently Lacazette and Aubameyang were ill, so they missed the game. I don't believe that for a second. It's just big Arsenal players downing tools. It's going to be a long year for Arsenal, I think. You need to get... I don't know why you're after, I think his name is Okwar or Coutinho and Madison. You need a cam. I think Arsenal need a winger and a striker. I do. I don't think you need a creative midfielder as such. Do what Liverpool do and play with a CDM. I think that would suit Arsenal very well. But yeah, it's a long way back for Arsenal. Anyway, it's been me. I'll see you probably on Thursday for my Premier League predictions match day 2. See you then.